welcome everyone. I'm Jill Boyce. I'm the CEO and founder of Vimmerse, and I'm joined by Basel Salahieh, my co-founder. So Vimmerse is a new startup company, and we are building technology to make it easy to create, stream, and play 3D immersive video technology, 3D immersive video. So what is 3D immersive video? The pictures on the left show how a VR headset can be used to provide 3 degrees of freedom of movement, or to provide 6 degrees of freedom. With a 3 degree of freedom, you can only rotate from a fixed position, but with 6 degrees of freedom, you get the ability to move your position as well. But the key characteristic of 3D video is that it gives viewers control. Viewers control how they view the content, and that provides some increase in engagement and understanding. Viewers can pan around or step into this dynamic real-world scene, real people and real-world scenes. So how does it differ from some related technologies? VR is typically used with computer-generated content, while 3D video can show real people and real-world scenes. Now, 360 video also can be used to represent real-world scenes captured by cameras, but it is limited to the 3 degree of freedom, the rotation from a single position, which is just not how we experience the real world. In the real world, we're able to move around with 6 degrees of freedom. Augmented reality is another related technology, but it shows augmentations of your local scene, while 3D video can immerse you in a remote real-world scene, either remote in space or remote in time, where you can play back your previously captured scenes. So this video shows a demonstration of a player, of our 3D video player. And as you can see how Ice is swiping around. Actually, later on, Basel will show some more live videos. This was a pre-captured one. And pay particular attention to the foreground objects. There's a stack of books and paint tubes that as we move around, the relative positions of those objects changes. And so it gives you that 3D feeling. That was for a still image just to better see the effect. But our player also can work on video. We'll show some more demonstrations of this later on with some additional content. So our technology is built upon the MPEG Immersive Video Standard. I was the lead editor of the standard specification, and my co-founder Basel was the lead editor of the test model document, which describes the operation of the software. The standard has been technically finalized and is going through the steps of awaiting formal publication. I want to thank the many participants in the MIV MPEG standardization effort, some of whom I see are actually here on this call. And also want to thank several of the participating companies who made their content available for us to use when demonstrating our technology. So for content, the input for MIV is a scene that's been captured from one or more cameras, and any camera arrangement can be used, whether it's inward facing cameras, outward facing cameras, linear arrays. All that we need is that we need to have texture and depth available from each camera. And the more cameras that are used, the wider range of the 3D scene that can be captured, and the quality can be improved. Now I'll describe the components of the Vimmerse system to capture, create, stream, and play 3D immersive video. So the first step is capture, and that is done by the user. Vimmerse will still soon have a simple capture app available, but users are free to use any capture method as long as the color, texture, plus depth from each camera view is available. The user does the capture, and Vimmerse does the rest. The platform provides uploads of the captures, 3D video content preparation, a streaming video server, and a player SDK and apps. And I'll talk about each of these components in more detail. Capture can be done with a single camera or multiple cameras. Well, volumetric video capture typically uses a green screen to isolate capture of a single object without the background with kind of a bunch of inward-facing cameras. The Vimmerse solution is much more general, and it can allow captures of entire scenes with multiple objects and backgrounds, no green screens required because we can actually represent the background. Now, while any capture system can be used, our platform has explicit support for the recent iPhone models that contain LiDAR functionality and for the Azure Connect DK depth sensors. Later on, I'll show some content that was captured from a single iPhone 12 Pro and from a single Azure Connect DK. Soon we'll have support for multiple iPhone and multiple Azure Connect sensors. The platform also is not limited to camera capture. Color texture and depth views can also be generated by a 3D graphics engine. And some of the test content used in the MPEG standardization process came from 3D engine sources. So content preparation is the heart of the Vimmerse platform. We offer APIs for businesses and developers to integrate the platform within their solution. So industry standard RESTful APIs are used for users to upload their captures and submit for processing. In our system, two different types of videos are created, 3D videos and bullet videos. With a 3D video, the viewer is in control and chooses the navigation path with 6 degrees of freedom. With bullet videos, the content creator controls the navigation path and is in control of what the viewer sees. We need bullet videos after the bullet effect in the Matrix movie. And in bullet videos, the content creator controls the navigation path that the viewer experiences and selects it in advance for all viewers. The right side of this slide shows the functions that are available in the API. The functions are grouped into the session-related functions and the content-related functions. The session functions are related to uploading multiple capture files that are associated with the session. And the content functions are for creating and making available the 3D and bullet videos associated with the session. The API documentation is now available, linked from our website. And the documentation includes example code to exercise the APIs. On the right is sample code for the create session API showing these inputs. This is for the create session command. So the only inputs are authentication related. And the output in this case is the session ID that's been created. But the sample code makes it easy to exercise from different languages, including Node.js, Python, or curl. Next aspect is streaming. So the prepared content can be streamed from the Vimmerse platform using legacy video streaming servers with standard protocols. Downloading of videos is also available. I will talk a little bit more about why we have these two formats and how they differ from one another. So the bullet videos and the 3D videos. Okay, so why have bullet videos? Because they limit the viewer experience, how the viewers experience 3D video. But they are ordinary 2D videos that can be encoded with any video coding standard and played by any video player on any platform. They're just regular video. So it allows a wider range of viewers to be able to view the content. And also, in some cases, the creator would actually like to be in control. They would like to determine how the viewer views the content. But then the 3D video is what gives the control to the viewer. So 3D video provides that ability to navigate. And for our format, the video format is also using the ordinary video coding and can be used with any standard video codec. So a single video bit stream is created that represents the content from all of the available video views. And then additional data is provided that represents the 3D scene, such as the camera parameters. And it is embedded within the video bit stream as a supplemental enhancement information, or SEI message, that gets carried along with the video. And this approach allows our distribution streaming to be able to use legacy video streaming servers and protocols, because an SEI message is just carried along with timing along with the video data. In addition to the APIs to access the platform, our website provides an alternative method to access the platform using a website. So, no code needed. So individual creators can upload their captures on the website, and potential API and SDK customers can test the system. I encourage you to go to Vimmerse.net and try it for yourself. You can view the featured content or upload your own content. Uploading your own capture content would be really helpful to us because it allows us to test out the system and to continue to improve our video quality by processing a wider range of content. We're continuing to improve the quality, and every new sequence that we have the chance to operate on gives us that opportunity. All right, the next component is the player. So we have a player SDK and sample apps. So the player SDK can be integrated within your app. If you for businesses that want to have their own branded app, their own branded service, this player can be incorporated. And if you don't want to do that, our sample player can be used. Our player is multi-platform, and it integrates with the native video player on the device. So that allows easy utilization of the hardware video decoders that are built into the device. Our Android player is available now, and it's based on ExoPlayer. And coming soon, we'll have a PC player using FFmpeg and an iPhone player using AV Player. There are two key components to the video player. So a user interface module allows the viewer to control the navigation with the 6 degrees of freedom. And the SDK has flexible options. So does the viewer want to swipe or pinch or rotate the phone, etc.? That is something that can be adjusted based on the desired use for the particular player implementation. And then once that user interface has been, a module allows you to control the desired view position that the viewer has at an instant. The renderer generates the view of the 3D scene that corresponds to that position and orientation. So it's this novel view generation based on what position the viewer would like to see at that instant. The sample app is available for Android right now on the Google Play Store. You can just search for a Vimmerse player and you'll see it. Or there's a link on the website. PC player will be available soon, and then followed by an iOS player. Now I'm going to show some example videos that have been processed on our platform using a variety of capture devices. This one is based on a single iPhone capture. It's just me and my dog at home. And this is a bullet video with a predetermined navigation path. And so you can see that, we're navigating that with this predetermined path. We're moving around within the scene, and you can see the angle of view change. I'm going to be showing some other content as well. But a single iPhone with a LiDAR sensor was used to generate this content. Now here's an example video that was shown that was done with the Azure Connect DK. So a single Azure Connect DK. And so I've got the guitar as a prop. I don't actually know how to play the guitar, so don't look too closely at that, but I thought it made a good prop. Soon we'll have support for multiple Azure Connects, which will extend the range of the visible 3D scene and handle occluded areas better. But even with a single Connect, you can still get this 3D effect. And then this sequence was one that was captured using multiple cameras. And it can provide a broader range of motion than videos captured with a single camera. and does a better job at representing the occluded areas. Let me play that one more time. So you can really see how there's this chocolate fountain in front of the kind of the blue unicorn, stuffed unicorn there, that as it moves back and forth around, that the occluded area is uncovered because it's been captured by multiple different cameras from different positions. There are many possible use cases for this type of 3D immersive video. You experience entertainment, performances like you're really there, relive important events, bring real people and real world scenes into the metaverse, training and education with increased student comprehension, sports, and that branding and marketing with greater engagement on the part of the viewer. So just a few days ago, we held a capture session. We wanted to try to demonstrate some use cases. So we held a capture session using 8 Azure Connect DKs, each of which was paired with a Blackmagic camera. We just got back the raw content, some of the raw content just late yesterday, and we're still processing it, but I can show you just some of the raw capture information. So first we had a band, we had a 3-person band in a local venue. And this is actually the capture. We also captured it with a single iPhone.
No audio.
Oh, is it not audio not there?
No.
Oh, that's a bummer. I can hear the audio great.
Yeah, so you can imagine there's also audio, like, so you're capturing both.
You know what, you had it yesterday. When you showed it, I got the video yesterday. Okay. All right, but yes, there is audio. There is audio there as well. So here's another version of it that was with the depth sensor, the Azure Connect depth sensor. And you can see in this one, there is no audio, but the depth resolution is higher than it is for the iPhone, and it's mapped in a hue-based representation. But you can see the depth, the depth image as well as the texture image. The Connect has a built-in, color camera as well as the depth camera. And so this is just from the built-in Azure Connect sensor, but we also paired it with some Blackmagic cameras so you can have an even higher quality video capture. And we'll soon have some of the 3D videos, but literally I just got this content late yesterday, and we still need to do some processing. In addition to the band, we also captured some content for some other use cases. This was a birthday party scene. And here's just another view of it where you can see all the cameras that are set up. And so that, we used 8 cameras. And here is then here's actually just a still image from the birthday scene, and I got to be the birthday girl, and you can see the depth map that was captured by the Connect. We also did a martial arts demonstration, and so here you can see the artists here, and here's an action shot where you can see the raw depth map captured by the Connect. We have some processing to do, but we'll soon have the 3D videos available. All right, now I want to talk a little bit just what are the benefits to creators in using this content. So one key thing is that you can capture using any type of device. You're not limited to a specific type of capture. So we have explicit support for the iPhone capture and the Azure Connect, but any capture system where you can create texture and depth can be used. And the key thing is that you can capture real people in real world scenes, including the background. You don't need an expensive volumetric video capture studio required. I mean, there are certainly much higher end, sophisticated systems with, 200 cameras in the green screen room that cost you, tens of thousands of dollars to access. But we're trying to bring this capability to a much broader range of users by making it easier to use. So we have the website that allows you to upload the content, and it's free for you to use. You can upload your content and then you can make it available to be streamed to others. We prepare content in either of the two formats, like the 3D video with the viewer-controlled navigation, in which case that requires the use of our player, or a bullet video can be easily distributed with any video player. We have hosting provided, and you can also download the bullet videos to share elsewhere. And we have a sample player that is available. So for business and developers, all the benefits that are available to creators are also available to you. But in addition, the goal here is to be able to allow you to integrate 3D immersive video content within your branded application. So if you're a business and you have your own users and you would like to be able to share immersive video content, this is your opportunity to do that. For businesses and developers, we will be offering usage-based pricing, and we have our APIs for the content preparation and player SDKs for integration inside of apps. And we are looking for pilot users of the APIs and SDKs. So we highly encourage you to contact us if you would be interested in doing a pilot test with our system. Another final thoughts generally. So Vimmerse's whole mission is to make it easy to create, stream, and play the 3D immersive video content. And there are many different possible applications and use cases. And we don't know yet what's going to be the most exciting ones, which will be taking off, but we're really excited to find out. So we really highly encourage creators, anyone who has content themselves, whether someone's more a traditional creator or even the researchers out here that have done captured content, people who have, other people who have participated in the MPEG standards, please take the content that you have, upload it to our server so that we can process it. The more that we have people using it, the better our system can get. And even if you don't have your own content, you can go to our website and you can view the featured content that we have available. Basel is going to, in a minute, walk through some of the our website, some of the features on it. And then for businesses and developers, we really are looking for you to pilot the use of our APIs and SDKs. So please contact me if you're interested in discussing this. If you could do a pilot and try to do the integration within your own website or your own application, we would really appreciate that. So let's take some questions now, and then we'll move on to what Basel was going to show, some additional demonstrations. But let's pause and see if there's any questions right now first. Anyone? No? Okay, well, let's move on then, Basel, and you take over the presentation. And
cool. Thank you, Jill. So it's really like, I'm seeing some questions on the chat as well. So
oh, well, I didn't see. I looked in the chat and I didn't see it.
Yeah. So like we can maybe answer these. Like, so one of the beautiful things on this like solution, so it really can scale whether you have like single camera or multiple cameras. So it can handle anything. So you can also aim or retarget that for wide variety of platforms, whether you're consuming it on phones, tablets, laptops, and web eventually. So we're really working in order to make it like super easy. People don't need to have like very deep expertise with technologies and tools and stuff like that. So they can very easily at low cost produce such volumetric content and share as they like. So that's kind of like our really mission here. So okay, with that said,
let me ask a question here. So I'm seeing this question from Gabby about like preparing the viewing path is fixed up front. and we get an MP4 file. So again, there's the bullet video and the 3D video, right? So for the bullet video, you know, it is predetermined. The creator can actually select, they can put things in a comma separated values, a CSV file showing the path, and that can be determined, or we have default paths on our system that can be used instead. But if you have the 3D video, the end user can a posteriori decide in real time how they're going to view the content.
So the second question is, how can we capture video and data info on iPhone? Is there a specific app?
So, so one of the apps that were that in our content preparation instructions, there's a third-party app called Record 3D that we're supporting to capture the content that captures the video and the LiDAR information. We're actually developing our own app as well that will be a little bit simpler to use and can have more direct uploading to our platform. Right now, but the Record 3D existing third-party app can be used.
Okay, another question, so from Martin. So he was saying, so on the homepage, you're showing like use cases and like there's some square spaces or rigs like you can build. Will it be possible to integrate your developer player inside those, like something similar to import or linking a YouTube or Vimeo clip?
Okay, so right now we don't have browser-based playback with the 3D video. So obviously the bullet video can be done anywhere, and so that could be done. But the 3D video right now, we need a dedicated player. We don't have browser support yet, so we wouldn't have that ability for that. But the uploading, you know, the uploading part it could be integrated within a browser.
Yeah. And the last question, like from Michael. So can your Vimmerse system work with RGB only data and make use of a decoder side depth estimation?
So no, we don't have support for that yet. The complexity for decoder side depth estimation is higher, and so for real-time playback, that's not on our short list right now. However, we do plan to be able to have some depth estimation on the server side in the future as well.
Yeah, so I can tell you something. So we really want to make it super easy for creators to generate such content. And that includes for sure, like if they only have access to RGB content, so fine. So at some point we'll support them, like they can submit that, we'll do the depth estimation on the server, and then we'll send that. If they don't have even the camera parameters, like so we plan to also like try to estimate these like on the server and then do the proper like video generation. So those things we really try to make it like very simplified, like so few clicks, and then you can get like this power of immersive video. So yeah, Danielo asking, so does the system synchronize multiple videos automatically? How about the camera parameters? Does the system also generate the parameters, or do they need to be explicitly provided?
Okay. So right now they need to be explicitly provided. For the Azure Connect use case with the multiple cameras, we're using the depth kit system, which actually it generates camera parameters in its own format, and then we're able to read those and convert them so that we can use them. In the future, when we have our iPhone capture app, we'll also add support for multiple iPhones, in which case we will do the determination of the camera parameters. That's not available yet, but will be coming. For other types of captures, the current expectation is that the camera parameters could be provided. But again, just like we can do server-based depth estimation, doing server-based camera parameter generation is something that's on the list to do as well.
Yeah, so for now, you don't need to supply the camera parameters for the multi-camera configuration, but for single camera like iPhone, so it is optional. So if you don't supply, then we will just like generate something from our template and then use it. For the Connect thing, so it's already provided, like so you just copy the file, like upload it from the software, and it will work right away. Okay, so with that said, I'm going to share screen. Thank you, Jill. So
I will stop sharing.
Yeah, if you can make me host.
Yeah, I think otherwise I enabled sharing, so you should probably be able to share anyway.
Yes. Perfect. Yeah, so now it's kind of like the demo part. So hopefully you also like it. You can see here this is like the website, what the website looks like. And you can see here we have the the landing page, and pretty much I'm going to cover like quickly the technology page. So this is like showing like the usage instruction for the Freeport platform. You can get more details here. I'm going to skip like some of these like for the sake of time. What kind of like content format like supported? How do you can generate like the navigation bullet path example of that. And really, so there's more details or instructions on how to capture and upload. So let me actually go through that. For the supported account input devices right now, so you have this iPhone capture. So you can use this third-party like Record 3D app, which enables you to capture both the texture and depth. It's already available on the App Store, so you can just download that, follow this kind of instructions here in order to do the capture or export the video later on. And you can also do some settings there, and then you can simply just upload it to the platform. So I can show you quickly how to do that later on. But it depends also on how you're capturing that with the device. So whether like you're capturing it like in the normal mode or like so rotated like which direction. So you can also supply the angle there, and we can fix the rotation coming from that app. So this is like that app. Unfortunately, like it has like a small fee to capture, but we soon also will be providing our own free capture software, so you can also make use of that at no cost. So for the Connect Azure Connect like development kit, so we're using the Depth Kit solution for now. So you have more details here on how to download and set up your system. And then there's more details on once you do the capture, what kind of like quick post-processing you can do on top of that in order to improve and fill the holes, and then export that. And pretty much so you get like two files output, just like the video file and the text file, which is the camera parameters. You just copy them to the platform, and we do the rest. For the multi-view input, so we really have the this is kind of like similar to the MIV content. So people familiar with the MPEG immersive video standard, you can supply the same content there. We just like the depth, currently the depth representation will require to be a normalized disparity. And there's more information here, how you do the conversion from actual metric depth to the normalized disparity. So there's some also command, like we require all of these files to be like in whether like MP4 or MOV, so we can support either one. So if you have YUV files, you can simply just use FFmpeg to encode them, whether like AVC or HEVC, 8 or 10 bits, so that's all supported. It has to be like with certain naming, and we also support audio as well, right? So if you have audio, then we can whether like AAC extension or MP3, so we can take that and also multiplex it with your video. Here's an example, for instance, like from the frog sample. This is one of the content from the MPEG immersive video group. So you can see here, for instance, we're using like this 4 views actually here. So you can see the depth and the texture for each selected view. You have the audio, for instance. You can add to that. You have the frog like sequence params. And this one here, so if I show it quickly, so you can see here the pretty much this is a simplified version of what the test model in MPEG immersive video uses, just like more cleaner one. So you can see like the main parameters here that's shared across all cameras are just grouped at the top. And then you have like for these individual cameras, you have the position, rotation, depth range, focal, principal points, and so forth. So just like once you supply it in that format, then we just do the rest. And of course, like if you, as you can see here, so I'm not adding like a CSV file for the navigation post race. This means like I'm letting the system to use like one of the presets like for generating the bullet video. If you want to use like your own process, then you can put like the CSV file here and we do the same thing. So CSV file, audio are optionals, and if not there, so we can just like proceed without them. More details, yeah. So that is pretty much here. I would like also to show, like, if you go back like to the main here. So there's also the featured content part. Actually, let me show you the example. So you can also register and log into the system, so to upload your own content. So for instance, right now I'm logged into my own account, so I can go and see my own uploaded content. So you can see all these other ones. And I can tell if I have previously submitted some content, so you can just see the status here. If I want, for instance, to upload like new content, so I can just easily hit upload. I can just like fill any information I want here. So for instance, I'd like to upload this like frog sequence. I'm doing this like, I can name it like the frog example, for instance. Yeah, you can do the testing with NIF sample content. You can select whether like you are optimizing it for bullet video or Vimmerse player. So bullet video, basically you're trying, there's some operations that we are using in order to optimize further for the synthesizing of the bullet videos. The Vimmerse players, so there are some other operations like we're doing for the, for instance, adding the imprinted view like as one of them to allow like moving for a larger viewing zones. And you do have like these different kind of like input supported. Currently, we have like 3 types of input devices, whether you have the multi-camera MIV, or the Kinect dev kit, or the iPhone. And of course, like if I select like different things, like something like also interactively for the iPhone, I can select also the rotation I captured at. If I go back to the MIV, this is what I have the content for. And you simply like, this is my content, so I can just like drag and drop here. And then just hit upload, right? So this is now, you can see this is the progress bar, just uploading all of these to the server. And once it's done, so I can just like simply hit start the process, submit, and then it will do the rest for that. Yeah, this upload should be quickly, so it's moving right now, but for the sake of time, let me show you the other stuff here. For the featured content, if you go to that page, so you can see like sample of the actual content captured with different devices, whether you're capturing it with multi-cameras or like depth kit or like the iPhone. So you can make use of any of these. And for any of these, like for instance, I can show you, let's start this like the Choco fountain. So you can see here that we have there's the bullet video, which you can actually consume. So you can see the pre-synthesized like navigation path for that content. And there's also the 3D video here. So the 3D video here, this is basically the atlas. And this one here, so it has like the text, you see the multiple tiles like for these like individual views for both the texture on top and then the depth on a bottom. And this one here, basically, like if I'm opening it right now on PC, so we don't have yet the support for the PC player yet. But if I open the same thing like on an Android device, I can get actually get this to be played in 3D. So let me show you here. Okay, so this is my Android phone. Okay, so we're doing it live. If I go to, for instance, like I have the app already installed, so you can see there's like this Vimmerse player. This is from the App Store. You can do it. If I go to the website here, and then let's say like let me check the featured content again, and then let me go to the same content here. So if I go, for instance, like this is the Choco fountain, it's automatically launched the app. And you can see me now here, so exactly what I'm seeing at my side. So I can move around this content anywhere I want. I can actually, so I can do the fingers touch in order to do the translation. I can do the translation whether like horizontally or vertically. So this is cool. And you can do the 2 fingers, like if you want to step in, so like pinch.
Can you hold up your camera to the camera? So.
Yeah. So let me reset the view so you can see. you can see my, okay, here we go. So it's in the field of view. So I can rotate, so you can see me like rotating around. And you can see the view here. I can do the finger touch. So I can do like, this is like vertical or horizontal. I can do the step in. So just like the two fingers going in or out. And it's very responsive actually. So we can just like play with it any way you want. So this is nice. And of course, like you can pause it at any moment in time, right? So this is like the bullet video, right? So you can see now I can still do all this 6 degrees of freedom at any moment, and you still have the right occlusions all around. So this is nice. You can replay later on. And this is just like, it's actually, this is coming from the HLS stream on the server. So it's nothing local. So everything is being streamed like just directly from the server. So that's nice. So let's check like some other content here. So I can go back to the featured page here. Okay, so let's see, we want to see what else. Okay, let's see this, for instance, like one of the contents from the iPhone. This is the fireside. Okay, so this is one content captured with the phone. So iPhone. So you can see also I can look around. And you can control, like, so for instance, like as I'm moving here, so you can also control if you want to, how much you want to scale the motion with that. So there's an option here, like to really adjust the sensitivity, or even the focal you can adjust in order for your virtual view. You can see me here, like moving around. I can do the rotation. I can do the translation. So step in, out, all works. And of course, you can do like any type of content. So let's see one of the maybe. Okay, so we have here the painter. So you can see also. Here you go. It's responsive, and it's also just uploading that. So you can look at different pieces here. So you get to see like the different effects, step in and step out, and so forth. Okay. So
there was the question. Michelle had a question about the specific gestures for doing rotation and specific gestures for translation.
Yeah. So we can, if we can't support this like the touch frame mode. So like whether you're doing this kind of swipe, finger swiping, or like two finger pinch or rotation, but this is totally customized by the developers, right? So this is, we give you like examples, and it's up to you. Like you can support the face tracking, you can support the hand gesturing, you can support anything. It's very simple. You just like, once you integrate that part of the code and you pass the right target camera parameters per frame, then it just will do the rest without problem. So yeah, I think you can like we keep this like, we provide a sample example, but we keep this choice like for the developers really to do anything they want. Okay, so this is there. So I already have here, this one here, it's already uploaded. For that content, I can submit for the process. It says, yes, you're processing here. I can see it now, it's being sent. And basically, yeah, it will be just like a few minutes, and then it will be show up as one of the content here. I can, of course, like open the same, like log into my content on the phone. I can open any of these and play it also 3D. So you have the support, like you can play your own content on 3D. You can, yeah, this is pretty much like the example will be there. Once we upload, and you have all the capabilities, right? You can copy the HLS URL. If you want to consume it somewhere else, whether you have for 3D video or for bullet video, you can actually download it. So you download that as MP4 file and just share it anywhere you want. Yeah, so you can do that for the bullet video, for the 3D video, or you can even like edit, delete, like any descriptions, anything there. So we're trying to make it like very simple, very easy, and you can just synthesize that content. Okay. So that's there. And what else? Yeah, I think that's like just summarize it all. I think, yeah, just quickly, I'm not sure if you can hear the audio, but this is, for instance, one of the use cases that Jill was showing at her end. Do you get the audio?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just keep playing a little bit. Okay, yeah, so we can pause now. Yeah, because there was a question from Gauthier about the band without music. Oh, we do have it. So.
Okay.
All right, so that's pretty much in a nutshell. Just like we're continuing to add like different like input devices, support for if you have interest like in supporting like certain capture systems, let us know so we can just add support on our platform. We try to make it like very easy, very simple. We're going to keep improving like these the quality, the performance, everything is being handled on the GPU on the servers. So we're trying to improve those as we can. And if you have tool, like, so if your group, like, or you know someone like have like actually a technique or tool like so that can improve like quality performance or like extend for another use cases, please talk to us. Like, so we will be happy even to take that tool and deploy it in our pipeline just to improve for everyone here. So yeah. That's
I emphasize that as well. Like we're in the stage of we're a new startup, and we're working hard. We're trying to get customers and users. We're trying to improve quality. We are open to kind of working with partners to incorporate their technology on our platform to kind of work out some kind of business arrangement for that. And then we want businesses to use ours. We want creators to create the content. Yep. And quality is going to continue to improve, right? It's the more content that we have access to, the broader range of content, it really helps us to improve our quality.
Yeah. So there are so many barriers actually, like when dealing with immersive media. We have experimented that ourselves, right? So there's a lot of pain. You need to set up like too many tools. Like you need to get like a lot of compute, a lot of you need to have like some certain like expertise in the field in order to be able to handle all these different cases. So we try to, with this like platform, so it's just like GUI thing, and you have also the API SDK. So we try to make it so simple, very easy, like so, and you can just like capture and just upload. So that would be very powerful at a very low cost, really. So it's yeah, we want to empower more and more creators and developers to really take these capabilities, and we're excited to see how far they could take it. So this is just like, yeah.
I'd say some of the questions. There was a question about if we have plans to support the MIV MPI mode.
Yes. So yeah. So right now it's like we can think about it if there's like some requests like for that or priorities, like we can definitely like consider. So the idea here is to give also as part of the OR SDK to enable like different rendering techniques as well. So, and it will be user choice whether to go with this technique versus the other one. So MPI is definitely of interest, like or any like machine learning technique, right? So future plans for us, like, so we would like to deploy these, and also you can experiment. Like some rendering techniques will be better for certain kind of camera configuration as opposed to the other one. So would like to make all of this available, and whether the user select or we optimize and select one by default depending on the content. So that's for the future.
I'll say the MPI was not at the moment on our short list simply because the server side complexity is high. So we'd have to kind of see some requests for it. Yeah, some requests for that. Gautier has the question. He says, is all of this for free for now?
Yes, so take advantage because we're doing this like kind of beta testing. So you can do anything for free now. So we're bearing the cost on AWS side, so you don't have to worry about that. So you can go submit your contents. We'd like to see more usage. Any issues, bugs, quality, please report them. So this is very initial launch. So I'm pretty sure there will be bugs, but we'll be improving over time, right? So we are all here, right? So we would like to really hear and improve and give you the best experience. I
think the expectation is that we'll keep this kind of portal, our own platform up for, at least for some amount of time, that for individual users to be able to create and share their own things.
Yeah.
For businesses, we'll be charging businesses, and then they will have their own model as to what the cost would be. Maybe they'll make content freely available. Maybe it'll be, you know, subscription based, and that will be kind of our customers might have users themselves. And so kind of business-based usages using our SDKs and APIs, it will cost something. The platform where people, just individuals, can use it is going to be free for the you know, foreseeable future. At some point, if it gets too popular and it starts costing us too much, then we'll then we'll have to rethink that.
Cool.
Okay, there's another question from Daniello. Does your platform do any post-processing on the received depth to improve quality? Any proprietary technology that you can talk about?
Okay, so we are definitely interested. So there are a lot of things we need to improve on the temporal consistency, the coherency across like multiple views. All of these things would it's work in progress. We don't have the perfect solution yet, but with more content coming from your side, and even like people have like some very good tool to use, then please let us know so we can deploy as part of the pipeline and improve the experience for everyone. So that's it's just like work in progress for now. We definitely do some post-processing here. It depends. We always have to balance between the performance, like how fast we can deliver, and at the same time, so the quality, right? So sometimes
I think it is clear. It is clear that the depth from these sensors, from the iPhone and from the sensors, can definitely benefit from some improvement, some noise reduction. That is pretty clear. Okay, Martin has a question. Says, if someone records with multiple sensors full around the recorded performance, like in Sketchfab, is it possible to fully rotate and move in? So effectively, the outside-in capture of the single object.
Yes. So eventually, we will be supporting also the Sketchfab extensions. Like we'll add like some kind of support also to content like from Unity. This is on our roadmap, and it depends. Like if you have all that captured, then we can. We'd like to take it, like import it to our platform in our format, and then do the rest. So, and of course, once we're there, you can do any movements you want.
But let me give a broader answer, actually. So there's the question about the camera configuration, which is the outside in, and that's a little bit separate from the question about whether it's actually in like a 3D graphics format. So if we just said the outside in camera configuration, like DepthKit, for example, can support that. And so yes, any kind of camera configuration, including outside in, can be supported, right? And so the range of viewer motion that's supported is directly related to the range of capture that was done. So if you have a setup and you do that with a depth kit, you do the multiple different cameras surrounding, yes, absolutely, that will be able to be supported. So we're very close to having the multi-camera, multi-Azure Connect depth kit input supported. The other question is kind of what Basel had answered, which is that if it was actually in a 3D format, that you've actually put it in like, you know, GLTF or you know, or a mesh type format. And so if you can, from 3D graphics content, if you can render multiple different views from different positions, those can be brought into our system. We actually have a prototype that we haven't made public yet, but we do have a prototype way that we can render from Unity, from a 3D scene, the different views. And if there's sufficient demand for that, that's something we can make available as well.
Yeah, actually, this is like perfect, like to Daniel's question here. So he's asking about like any thoughts on integrating content like point clouds and meshes. So so this is definitely of our interest. Like we would like to support as many content formats as possible. So that's on our roadmap, and we welcome. So like any experts like in these like mesh or point clouds are highly encouraged to talk to us. And if you're aware of like tools to get deployed in the pipeline, so we definitely would like to do it. And something else extra, like so the augmentation, like doing this kind of hybrid representations, like where you have like maybe MIV content, mesh content, all together, augmenting them. So I think that will take the experience far more.
Okay.
So yeah.
Michelle has a question here. You mentioned more data be uploaded to the server, the better you can get and will get. Does this mean you'll also try to incorporate deep learning techniques and learn from typical scenes to optimize depth map on server side or other things? So absolutely, yes, that is our goal, to be able to do that.
Yeah, it's always hard to get access to a volumetric content. That's why we're trying to make it super easy for anyone to produce those contents. And the more content we get, so the better quality we can deliver.
I'm trying to scroll through. If anybody had a question that was missed, I'm trying to scroll back to see if we addressed them all or not.
Yeah, and feel free to unmute yourself and speak.
Yeah, feel free. Yeah,
and tell your questions.
Like
so, yeah, we like it to be interactive. But yeah, I like the question so far, and hopefully everyone is excited to go next and try the platform. So.
But Danielle's question, I guess, about the integration of point clouds and meshes. I mean, we are definitely very interested in the scene description work in MPEG, and just being able to have a scene. We want to be able to kind of augment our video, right, with 3D objects within our scene. So that's definitely on our short list to do. It's like the metaverse, right? That's a whole big potential use of our content and our system, right? Is to kind of bring the real people and real world scenes into the metaverse, where you're going to have to live alongside with 3D objects.
Yeah, you can imagine there are a lot of use cases and possibilities where you can take this forward. So,
any other questions? Feel free to unmute yourself and come in.
Yeah, Martin was saying, so point clouds streaming with an options to change the fly shaders would be amazing. So it's kind of requested feature. Yeah.
By the way, we mentioned that the MIV standard and the MPEG point cloud standard are actually very related to one another, and MIV is actually kind of an extension of the point cloud standard. So adding support for rendering of point clouds would actually be fairly straightforward. And so if there's sufficient demand for it, a feature we could add. I think that's our answer to a lot of these questions. It's like, oh, it's things we're interested in doing. And so the more that we have real customers that are asking for things, that's how they get prioritized. So if there are real use cases, people that would actually intend, if such a feature was available, they would actually, buy our SDKs and APIs and deploy services using them, then we will absolutely prioritize those things.
Yeah, just talk to us, reach us, and we'll be happy to address your questions, or tell us like, what kind of features you want to see it the most. Yeah, it's work in progress. There are a lot of things to be done. So we have just started. So and the team is working here hard to address all of these things. So yeah, things right now might be like at the very beginning. So this is kind of the starting initial point for this quality, but you can expect all of these things will keep improving over time.
We're very excited by the progress we've made so far, right? That was very exciting to kind of offer this, open this up to everyone. So I really hope that you'll make use of it, and you'll, let others know about it as well. When you create content, send a link to within your own networks, and let's try to get more people using it.
Cool. So I think we are on top of the hour, or we slightly exceeded that. So yeah, please reach us for any questions. We'll be happy to talk to you.